Magandang araw! Welcome back sa Math Kahusay General Math Tutorial. Sa lesson na ito, pag-aaralan natin kung paano mag-solve ng mga problems involving logarithmic functions, equations, and inequalities. Let's start! Some of the common applications of logarithmic function in real life includes the study of seismology, measuring the sound intensity, and pH level of a solution. So yung mga formula na naka-flash sa screen ay na-discuss na natin sa lesson 26, and we will use this to solve the exercises that I gave on that lesson. So let's go ahead and solve those problems. Example number 1. What is the magnitude in the Richter scale of an earthquake that released 10 raised to 14 joules of energy? How much more energy does this earthquake release than that of the reference earthquake? Alam natin na yung energy na na-release ng isang earthquake ay 10 raised to 14 joules. So, to solve for the magnitude of the earthquake, gagamitin natin itong formula. So, we will plug in the value of E here. So, we have 2/3 log of 10 raised to 14 divided by 10 raised to 4.40. Now, we simplify the 10 raised to 14 over 10 raised to 4.40. So, when you simplify that, basic rule ng exponent, we have 10 raised to 9.6. Ang nangyari, we subtract 4.4 from 14, kaya naging 9.6. Now, take note na yung log of 10 raised to 9.6 can be simplified as 9.6. Kasi nga, di ba, wala tong base, understood na common logarithm. So, following the basic property ng logarithm, yung value niyan ay 9.6. So, 2/3 times 9.6, the magnitude of the earthquake is approximately 6.4. So, looking at our description sa Richter scale, so yung ating earthquake can be classified as very strong. So, ganun lang kadaling mag-calculate ng magnitude ng isang earthquake. So, for letter B, ang sagot natin, the earthquake releases approximately 3,981,071,706 times more energy than the reference earthquake. So, ang ginawa natin, 10 raised to 14 divided by 10 raised to 4.40. So, we know that it's just equal to 10 raised to 9.6. Ganyan kalakas yung energy ng earthquake na yan compare sa reference earthquake. Klaro? Let's take the next example. Example number 2. Suppose the sound intensity of a jet during takeoff is 100 watt per meter squared. What is the corresponding sound intensity in decibels? Next question is, how much more intense is this sound than the least audible sound a human can hear? So, in this case, pinag-uusapan natin ay sound intensity. So, alam natin na ang sound intensity ng jet during takeoff is just 100 watts per meter squared. So, yung I or yung intensity is equal to 10 squared. Dahil pinag-uusapan natin ay sound intensity, gagamitin natin itong formula. Now, we plug in the value of our I. So, we have 10 log of 10 squared over 10 raised to negative 12. So, take note, pwede nating isimplify ang 10 squared divided by 10 raised to negative 12 as 10 raised to 14. Ngayon, ang tanong, bakit naging 10 raised to 14? Take note, 2 minus the negative 12, so mangyayari magiging positive yung 12. So, 2 plus 12 is 14. Now, we have 10 log of 10 raised to 14. Now take note, pwede nating isimplify ang log of 10 raised to 14 as 14 using the basic property ng logarithm. So 14 times 10 is 140. So yung sound intensity in decibel is 140 decibel. So looking at the chart ng ating sound level, that can be considered as hazardous sound of noise. For the next question, how much more intense is this sound than the least audible sound a human can hear? So take note that this sound is actually 10 raised to 14 or equal to 100 trillion times more intensity than at the least audible sound a human can hear. So, yan yung answer natin sa pangalawang tanong. Klaro? Let's take the third problem involving pH level. Number 3. A liter of solution contains 10 raised to negative 8 moles of hydrogen ions. Determine whether the solution is acidic, neutral, or basic. Alam natin na yung concentration ng hydrogen ion is 10 raised to negative 8 moles per liter. At alam din natin to calculate the pH level, gagamitin natin ang formula na pH is equal to negative log of the concentration of hydrogen ion. So we plug in 10 raised to negative 8 here. So we have negative log of 10 raised to negative 8. Take note, log of 10 raised to negative 8 is just negative 8. So negative times negative 8 is positive 8. So looking at our pH scale, ano yung classification ng ating solution? Tandaan natin, kapag ang solution, yung pH level is equal to 7, then tinatawag nating neutral. Pero pag greater than 7, ang tawag natin doon ay basic. Pag less than 7 naman, understood na the solution is acidic. So in this case, since ang pH level is 8, so that's greater than 7. So it can be considered as basic. So ganun lang ka-basic mag-solve ng pH level ng isang solution gamit ang logarithmic function. Let's take the last example. A car bought for 1 million pesos depreciates by 10% a year. After how many years can one buy the car at about half its original price? So actually, itong problem na ito involves exponential function. Now the question is, how do we use the concept of logarithm to find the number of years bago bumaba yung value ng car sa kalahati or 500,000? So let's solve this first. So alam natin na ang original price ng car is 1 million at ang depreciation rate ay 10% per year. So ang gusto nating malaman, ilang taon bago maging 500,000 na lang yung value ng car. So ang hinahanap natin yung value ngayon ng t. So using this formula, p is equal to p sub 0 times 1 minus r raised to t. Ipa-plug in natin tong lahat ng values na meron tayo. So we have 500,000 equals 1 million times 1 minus 0.10 raised to t. Now, we simplify the expression na nasa right side. So, 1 minus 0.10 is just 0.95. So, ang gagawin natin next dito ay i-divide natin both sides ng ating equation by 1 million. So, we have 1 half is equal to 0.95 raised to t. Now, ngayon, paano natin ito isosolve yung value ng t? Kasi magkaiba yung base. So, gagamit tayo ng konsepto ng logarithm. So, we have to rewrite this exponential form into logarithmic form. So, to rewrite this, we have log of 0.95 So we have log of 1/2 to the base 0.95 is equal to t. So ngayon, dito na papasok yung konsepto ng logarithmic function. So ano ba yung value ng log of 1/2 to the base 0.95? So to find the value of t, we will just use our scientific calculator. Now we plug in this expression, log of 1/2 to the base 0.95. So yung base natin is 0.95 and yung ating x is 1/2. So from here, as you can see, the value of t is approximately 13.51. So it means to say that yung value ng car ay magiging 500,000 na lang at the end of 13.51 years. So, ganun pa katagal bago bababa sa kalahati yung presyo ng original na car. So, this is how you use the concept of logarithm in solving problems involving na exponential equation na magkaiba yung base. Klaro? This time, dahil alam na natin kung ano-ano ang mga basic properties ng logarithm, laws of logarithm, at kung paano sinusolve ang mga real-life problems involving logarithmic functions, equations, and inequalities, try these exercises. If you're done, share your answers in the comment section. Kung nakatulong ang Math Husay math tutorial na mas maintindihan ninyo ang proseso kung paano mag-solve ng problems involving logarithmic functions, equations, and inequalities, give this video a thumbs up, share this to your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember, ang sikreto para maging Math Husay, matuto at mag-ensayo. Congratulations! Tapos na ang first quarter. See you sa second quarter, and let's learn together what is simple and compound interest. See ya! Bye!